You know, some stories, they aren't just told, you feel them. They are legends that seem to rise from the very soil of a place, carried on the breath of generations. Today, we're not just looking at an object, we are diving deep into a saga of immense faith. Join me as we uncover the incredible legend of the Chom Surin amulet.
See, this isn't just about one amulet. No, it's about so much more. It's about a moment in time when the spiritual hopes of an entire province were focused, concentrated, and literally forged into a symbol of protection and virtue, a symbol that would echo through history. Every great legend has a beginning, right? A single spark of a vision. For the Chom Surin, that spark was a powerful desire to create something truly magnificent, a beacon of faith for everyone to see. It all started way back in the year 2512, with the governor of Surin at the time, Wichin Samantra. He had this incredible vision, a monumental Buddha statue sitting atop Khao Phanom Sawai, serving as a spiritual anchor for his people. But a project of that sheer scale, well, it required a monumental effort to fund. And right there, from that need, a sacred purpose was born. Now, to create something worthy of such a grand vision, the process itself had to be as sacred as the intention behind it. This wasn't just going to be simple metalwork, oh no. This was the meticulous forging of sanctity itself, drawing upon history, artistry, and an absolutely immense spiritual power. The design was put into the hands of the master artisan Kasem Mongkol Charien. And the style he chose? It was no accident. The Lukbure art style was a very deliberate nod to the ancient Khmer heritage that's so deeply rooted in Surin. This made sure that the amulet wasn't just some new creation, but a true continuation of a 1,000-year-old artistic and spiritual legacy. Okay, this is where it gets truly incredible. The amulet became this vessel of immense power before it was even cast, all through this unbelievable convergence of holy materials. Gold plates arrived from not one, but two supreme patriarchs, the highest authorities in Thai Buddhism. Sacred metals from some of the most revered amulets all over the country were melted down, their blessings joining this new creation. Holy copper plates inscribed with powerful yantras by legendary monks like Phra Chom Surin. I mean, each and every component was a relic in its own right, all brought together to create something truly extraordinary. And look at this. Inscribed upon the amulet is this sacred mantra, Ma-A-U. This isn't just decoration. It's known as the heart of the Tripitaka. It represents the core essence of all of the Buddhist teachings. So to wear this is to carry the wisdom and the blessings of the entire Buddhist canon with you.
So, the materials were gathered, the form was designed, and now the moment had arrived to imbue these objects with their final divine essence. And this was no small ceremony. This was a great rite of faith, a spiritual event that would become the absolute climax of this creation story.
Picture this. The date was set, November 20th, 2015. The location, the sacred main chapel of Wat Bura Param, a temple that was already famous as a center for the deeply respected forest tradition of meditation masters. The stage was perfectly set for a legendary consecration. Just try to imagine the energy in that room. We're talking about 60 of the most respected monks, true masters of meditation and spiritual practice from all over the region, all assembled in one place. Every single one a source of immense spiritual power, now focused together on one single purpose.
And leading them all, there was one singular, immense spiritual authority, the venerable Luang Pu Dool Atulo. As the master of ceremonies, he was the spiritual anchor, guiding this colossal convergence of faith. His presence alone basically certified the absolute sanctity of the entire event.
You know, an object that's created with such intention, with such materials, and with such a powerful blessing, well, it's bound to carry a special power. But sometimes that power shows itself in ways that just defy all ordinary explanation, and that's when it becomes the stuff of legend. It poses a really fascinating question, doesn't it? We rely on science, on medicine, in our daily lives. But what happens? What happens when a moment of pure faith seems to bend those very laws? This next part comes from an incredible true account. An elderly man who was unwell needed an injection. The doctor prepared the syringe, approached the patient, and the needle simply would not penetrate his skin. It wasn't a matter of skill, it was physically impossible. Totally confused, the doctor stopped and just asked him a simple question. The man wasn't wearing anything else, just a single Chom Surin amulet. The story of that moment, as you can imagine, spread like wildfire, cementing the belief that this amulet offered an inexplicable, profound protection to whoever wore it. But the story of the Chom Surin didn't end in 2015. Not even close. Its purpose, its spirit, and its legacy of contributing to the good of the province, well, that is very much alive today.
You see, the spirit of the amulet has been reborn across generations. The first one funded the Great Buddha. Decades later, in 2050, a second generation was created to fund the rebuilding of the sacred city pillar shrine. And then, most recently, in 2066, a third generation was consecrated to fund a monument to King Rama V. Each generation reaffirms the amulet's core purpose, to unite the faith of the people for the good of their home.
For collectors and for devotees, owning a first-generation amulet is a sacred trust, and a key to its history is physically imprinted right on it. Experts know to look for two very specific cut marks on the edge of the coin, right near the character Su. This is a signature of the original minting process, a tiny detail that separates a true piece of history from a copy.
So preserving an artifact like this is a huge responsibility. These aren't just trinkets, they're direct links to the past. They should only be handled by the edges to protect the surface from oils. They need to be stored away from moisture to prevent corrosion. And crucially, you should never clean them with harsh chemicals, because that can strip away the skin of the metal and destroy its historical integrity.
And so, that leaves us with this final thought. We've seen the sacred materials, the grand ceremony, the miraculous stories. But does the power reside solely within the object itself? Or is it a partnership, something unlocked and activated by the deep, unwavering faith of the person who carries it? It's a question that really speaks to the very heart of this enduring legend.